Welcome to the How to Heal podcast, the show where we explore real life stories and practical tools to thrive. I'm your host, Lindsay Trimarchi Richter, and through over a 15-year journey of all things healing, I'm here to hook it up. If you're feeling overwhelmed, looking for a deeper connection, or straight up in a psycho-spiritual crisis, I got you covered. Let's unearth your unique elixir to purpose, peace, and progress. Here we go. Oh, hey, what's up? Welcome back. I am your host, Lindsay Trimarchi Richter. And guys, I'm just feeling myself today. I'm feeling myself. Today, we are going to talk about how to be light and what that means. When I was born, my mother told me that I had my hands stretched out overhead in fists, and like I was a star. And I was like, I'm ready, I'm here. And my first word was actually light. So every time I would see a light, I'd say light. When I first heard that, I'm like, that's interesting. And as my spiritual practice grew and that stood with me, I remember telling my sister that. My sister's 10 years younger than me. She's like, yo, that's so woke. I'm like, yes. That was when woke was actually a term that was used seriously. But, you know, when we talk about or hear about light workers or star seeds or people that are on this earth to raise the vibration, to raise the frequency, to raise the light. If you're coming from a background of, yeah, that's, granola and really hippy dippy shit, and I don't want to hear it, it's kind of just whatever. But the fact is that light workers come in all shapes and forms. It's not just feel the love, peace and love and light. That is wiggity whack. Okay? It's not real. It doesn't resonate. It doesn't create change. It's, a really weak way to move through the world. The stronger your light is, the darker the darkness is. Right? Because light is a reflection of the dark. Dark is a reflection of the light. So it's like, how dark can you go, baby? Like, how dark can you go? How scary can you get? Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious, right? Like, we really need to go there. What flashlight have you taken to the darkest parts of your psyche, of your lived experience, and looked at? I remember when I was a kid, I was so scared of UFOs. I was like, I saw fire in the sky. And it was when Madonna was on tour. This was like 92. I watched Fire in the Sky that night. I went to my first Madonna concert. I'm like, oh, it's totally it's gonna rectify this fear. I'm gonna go see Madonna, and all I could think about at the Madonna concert was the movie Fire in the Sky. My mom was just like, yo, what's the moral of the story? If you ever get abducted by a UFO, just cause trouble and they'll let you go. They'll let you back. I didn't sleep in my own room for months, for 3 months. I swear to God. Just a little bit of funniness on that. But I remember just being really scared of UFOs. So it's kind of like now I'm not really scared of UFOs because I just kind of grew out of that fear. But if we think about what we're scared of, that's where we have to examine the darkness. We have to take a flashlight and we have to say, what about this is scaring me so much? What about this within myself is scaring me? What do I feel like I can control? because usually we're fearful of things that we can't control. And I actually have this book. You can't see it now. It's right sitting on my bookshelf over there. It's called The Book of Symbols. Some people are scared of snakes. Some people are scared of sharks. Some people are scared of spiders. Look into the animal totem of what that is and the meaning and the spiritual meaning and the significance, and explore it that way too. Maybe in a past life you were attacked by a shark, But where I'm going with this is we continually have to take that flashlight and look at the darker aspects of ourselves in order for our light to shine and burn authentically bright. We have to face the darker parts of our past, of what we've done, of ourselves, so that we can step into higher vibrations and higher energy. We have to transmute old, stale energy and send it to the light, and take that darkness and acknowledge it and mirror the light that's hiding in that darkness. Because no matter how bad we are is how good we can be. And that's the truth, guys. That's why I do this work. I've been in dark places in my life where it's like, I don't know how I didn't have the resources and tools that I have now. And I do this podcast so that I can give you the resources and the tools to do what you need to do to get yourself out of the fucking ditch, to get yourself out of the depression, to get yourself out of the refrigerator, to stop eating and abusing your body, to get your, head out of the toilet bowl because you've drank too much, to stop abusing yourself because you were scared to look in the dark. I used to think that I wouldn't be able to beat addiction because what fun would it be? What fun would I be able to have if I wasn't rubbing up against the edge to mask the feelings of discomfort that were going on in my life? And I don't know if I would not have put it that way when I was drinking or smoking or doing all the things that were not good for me. It was just, I didn't have that level of clarity. But what it is, what addiction is a softness, is a light that is very bright within you, that you are not willing to look at the darker aspect of it. Because all addicts are very empathetic, intuitive, kind-hearted people, usually, and they've been hurt. And they don't know how to deal with being hurt, so they go to substance instead. I've been sober from alcohol for 3 years. The last time I drank was my sister's wedding on my mom's birthday 3 years ago, September 17th. I'm so happy I'm not drinking anymore because it just removes a level of complexity to my life that I can't manage certain things, of things that just don't serve me. So if you are thinking about how do I get sober, there are resources for you. And even just the thought of it is where you need to start. Even just the thought of it. I know that AA works for a lot of people. If that works, go to a meeting, check it out. My therapist recently told me to go to a AA meeting just to hear the stories of the people that are there so that I can feel like I'm having meaningful, deep conversations with people around me, because those meetings are the place where people just bear all. And a lot of us that are functioning in the day-to-day are really just living in that gray area, and that, where we have mitigated light and dark, and it's gray, and we're just doing what we need to do to function in the world. But when you go to a meeting, you find people that are just really like, this is how I struggle. They're going to their darkness and exposing it with the light so that they can live in integrity. So, if you're thinking about being sober, I'm happy to have a conversation. Reach out to me at Lindsay Trimarchi podcast at gmail.com. I'm happy to have the conversation to support you through that because I know what it's like. But in order to be in the light, we have to stay present with the darkest parts of ourselves. And we have to accept that they're there. And guess what? They're not that bad. We think that they're so bad because we've been running away from them for so long. But when we actually look at them, that's why shadow work is just so, I don't know. I do not recommend doing shadow work without somebody who is skilled at doing that work. I wouldn't just do like a WhatsApp shadow work by yourself or with a friend. You're pulling out darker parts of yourself that you're almost fabricating at times that don't serve you in the long run. So if you want to do a shadow workshop or something where you're exploring the shadow, do it in the hands of a professional, of somebody who's really going to hold space for you, because it doesn't have to be as scary as you think it does. I have a lot of dreams, a lot of nightmares that on paper would be frightening, but that I just witness because I'm there to witness it. And there's no deep bodily fear or emotion attached to it. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I have a full body response to a feeling that I get where I'm like, I have to wake up. Like I'm in the astral in a place that is not, that is a little too bare all. That's where the boundaries come in. But in order to be light, we want to start with intention. And we want to start with self-awareness and just, this is who I am. And I am looking to be working in the highest good towards the highest good of all. And that is being in the light. There are no rules. There are no hard, steadfast rules I'm going to be able to follow to be continually in the light. We have to continually be in the present, again, be in the present moment where we're making the next best step of what is actually in a higher vibration. It's not always the same thing. That's why I have resistance towards, I love religion for the fact that it offers a very safe container of sacred space. We want to work in sacred space. We want to work in Christ consciousness. We want to work in the light. But let's be real, we've all played in the dark. So we have to reconcile how we've played in the dark in order to reflect the light. There are things that happen in our lives that are just karmic, that you just cannot escape. That is like a planet that's just there, that's you're bumping into it, and it's karmic, it's there, it's a roadblock, it's a symbol, it's a sign for you to say, I need to release the lower vibration habits that I have in order to ascend, in order to seismically shift the energies that are blocking me in this moment. And we just need to keep continually move forward, guys. We need to continually move forward in the light. We need to continually move forward in the integrity of our decisions, the honesty of our darkness, and in the spirit of, I want to be better for myself. I want to be better for those around me. I want to be better for the world, the universe, everything. I want to be better. That is how we live as a vessel of light. So just to close this out, I want you to have compassion for yourself. We are born into this world. Earth is a low vibrational place that our souls are brought to earth in order to readjust, recalibrate, redefine the energy, to work on the energy. It's addiction. We are literally born into a place of addiction in all ways. We've been here long enough. We've fucked it up long enough. Now we have to go back. When you're a baby, you get to an elderly person, and then you sort of regress back down to a baby to go. Like, we're coming back down. Our universe is changing. We can no longer go back. We know what we know. We've seen what we've seen. We can't go back to living how we were. We have to accept that we are going into the next phase of evolution where we are, as humans, are going to expand our consciousness, our mind, our body, our soul, our love, our light into new ways that are going to surprise and delight us. But that's going to require us to take the flashlight to even darker aspects of the soul, of the psyche, of our physical worlds. That's why we're seeing all the weird, messed up, terrible tragedies that we're seeing. So please have compassion for yourself. Please have compassion for others. And always, always, always remember that the world is a mirror. And we have to take self-accountability, self-responsibility for how we move through this world and how we continually rise the light and the vibration. I love you. I'll see you guys next week.